Congratulations on your bonus. Whether big or small, a bonus is a great opportunity to spend your money wisely. Now for me, when I got my check in the mail for $500, I was stoked, I was super excited, but after a little while and my emotions kind of slowed down, instead of like, man, go spend your money, go get an Apple Watch, go spend it on a Macbook, on an iPhone, get something great. As soon as those emotions kind of settled down, I thought about it more rationally, and I thought I really need to come up with a good approach to looking at my finances and figuring out what I need to do with this money. And this is the same if you get a gift, a bonus, a raise, anything, you should figure out how to best use that money. So I came up with 6 questions to ask you guys so that you can figure out where you're at financially and that you can start making some good decisions with that bonus money. So let's begin. The first question is, do you have an urgent need? This would be something where it's just glaring right at you, saying, man, my car's not running because I need a new battery. You probably should go get a new battery. For me, currently, no, there's no urgent needs right now in my life. So I said, cool, let's move on down the list. We've got, do you have an emergency fund? An emergency fund is having at least $1,000 in the bank just in case if you had a big expense come up that you need to cover. Now, $1,000 doesn't just mean, oh, my balance in my bank is over $1,000, I'm good. It would be saying you have $1,000 like in a savings account that you don't have to touch at all throughout an entire year unless if there's an actual emergency. For myself right now, that answer is actually no. And the reason for that is because last year I invested a lot. I also have spent a lot over this year with a remodeling project I've been doing. And then we also just had a baby, and there were some different bills with that definitely lowered our savings as well. All those things combined have brought me to a place where I am below $1,000 as far as a current balance on my bank. I don't currently have that $1,000 in savings like I should. So that's actually where I put my bonus, I put it all into my savings fund. But for you, maybe you're doing a little better on that, so we'll keep going down the list. So, next, do you have any high interest debt? This is any debt over 6% interest that is considered high and should get paid off quickly so it doesn't continue to grow over time. So, pay that off right away if you have that. For me, the answer is no. The medical bills that I have do not currently accrue any interest because it's just split up over 6 months of payments, and currently I can still make those payments with my current budget that I have. Next, do you have any foreseeable expenses in the future that you need to save for? This could be looked at as sinking funds. I just made a video about sinking funds. It's something like this. Say you pay your car insurance every 6 months, or you have Amazon, Netflix, Disney Plus, these different bills that come due annually. If you have those annual expenses, what you need to be doing is understanding, oh, it comes due next month or it comes due in 12 months and I need to save this much money every month so I have it socked away for when that big bill comes. Because the last thing you want to do is be running your budget kind of razor thin and you're like, I hope I can make this work. And then a bill like that comes and it's like, yeah, every 12 months you've got your car insurance or you got this renter's insurance. And then you're like, ugh, I don't have that extra money for that expense. If you're doing good on these first few questions, but you get to that one, you probably should put some money towards, hey, this bill's coming up, I'm going to put some money aside for those bills coming up in the future. Keeping track of those is a key to being wise financially. Okay, next, you have, are you currently investing for retirement? Are you currently putting roughly 15% of your money into retirement savings, like a 401k through your work or through different mutual funds or stocks that you're able to purchase and hold until like basically retirement? If you haven't started doing that, it is very important to do so. So if you answered great on all these questions except for that one, maybe you could start looking and saying, hey, let me jumpstart my retirement by starting to put in a certain amount of that bonus in so I can begin the process of saving for your later years. So those are the 6 questions there. I hope you guys did really well on them. But if there were some that you looked at and you said, there's just some that I would like to improve, like even the emergency fund, the recommended amount is actually 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses saved in a savings account that you can use at any time if there's a major emergency. So there's actually a long ways to go for myself to get back to that point, and that's where I put that bonus. But if you answered great to all those questions, feel free to look at some wants or desires that you might want to purchase because you've done extremely well and you're totally fine to spend that bonus money over there. But don't feel like you have to. Find whatever is the wisest approach to spending your bonus, and even if you decide to spend some of it on yourself, that's okay. Just understand to go through here and figure out what are those needs so you aren't shortchanging yourself. Now, with that being said, make sure you're making a facts-based decision on this, and I'd love to hear what you end up deciding in the comments down below. And as always, thank you for watching.